Do you think new ideas might be needed? Is it possible that the path to AGI, whatever that is, however we define that, to solve computer use more generally, to solve biology and chemistry and physics, sort of the Dario definition of AGI or powerful AI, do you think it's possible that totally new ideas are needed? Non-LLM, non-RL ideas. What might they look like? We're now going into philosophy land a little bit.
For something like a singularity to happen, I would say yes. And the new ideas could be architectures or training algorithms, which is like fundamental deep learning things. But they're in that nature pretty hard to predict. But I think we will get very far even without those advances. Like we might get this software solution, but it might stop at software and not do computer use without more innovation. So I think that it's like a lot of progress would be coming, but if you're going to zoom out, like there's still ideas in the next 30 years that are going to look like that was a major like scientific innovation that enabled the next chapter of this. And I don't know if it comes in 1 year or in 15 years.
Yeah, I wonder if the bitter lesson holds true for the next 100 years, what that looks like.
If scaling laws are fundamental in deep learning, I think the bitter lesson will always apply, which is compute will become more abundant, but even within abundant compute, the ones that have a steeper scaling law slope or a better offset, like this is a 2D plot of performance and compute, and like even if there's more compute available, the ones that get 100x out of it will win.
It might be something like literally compute clusters orbiting Earth with solar panels.
The problem with that is heat dissipation. So you get all the radiation from the sun and you don't have any air to dissipate heat. But there is a lot of space to put clusters. There's a lot of solar energy there and you could figure out the heat dissipation. But there is a lot of energy and there probably could be engineering will to solve the heat problem. So there could be.
Is it possible, and we should say that it definitely is possible, how likely it is the question, that we're basically going to be plateauing this year? Not in terms of the system capabilities, but what the system capabilities actually mean for human civilization. So on the coding front, really nice websites will be built. Very nice autocomplete. Very nice way to understand code bases and maybe help debug, but really just a very nice helper on the coding front. It can help research mathematicians do some math. It can help you with shopping. It's a nice helper. It's Clippy on steroids. What else? It may be a good education tool and all that kind of stuff, but computer use turns out extremely difficult to solve. So I'm trying to frame the cynical case in all of these domains where there's not a really huge economic impact. We realize how costly it is to train these systems at every level, both the pre-training on the inference, how costly the inference is, the reasoning, all of that. Is that possible, and how likely is that, do you think?
When you look at the models, there's so much obvious things to improve, and it takes a long time to train these models and to do this art, and that it'll take us with the ideas that we have multiple years to actually saturate in terms of whatever benchmark or performance we are searching for. It might serve very narrow niches. Like the average ChatGPT 800 million user might not get a lot of benefit out of this, but it is going to serve different populations by getting better at different things.